Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this game has just started rather suddenly. I think it was because pipjivko, who's in the mouse, just loaded into the game. Well, it's the tier 10 German super heavy tank. They only made two. Only one of them actually got a gun, and that's the one that's at Kubinka in Moscow, the Russian tank museum. It's basically a huge engine with a massive turret on top and a big 128mm anti-tank gun. Well, it's actually a KWK, which means that it is a tank gun proper, but it's capable of doing 490 alpha, and with the APCR it'll penetrate 311mm. With standard it'll go to 246. But 490 alpha is pretty good. Now, it does have some weak spots. That's rather obvious weak spots. Right between the tracks, the lower plate, and the other one, which is not so noticeable to most players, is actually that rounded bit on the front of the turret, right next door to the mantlet. Yes, that's a weak spot. And so, accordingly, that's where you aim the shells if you can. But if you're a smart mouse driver, you will actually try and obscure those by angling them between shots. So you'll turn the turret while you're not looking at your target, and then when you're ready to fire after reloading, then you'll turn the turret back towards the enemy and shoot. Okay, well, it looks like pipjivko has decided to defend the cap, and it looks like he's also the only one who's actually defending the ice road. And yes, we've got a customer, and it's an E5. He doesn't penetrate it with his first shot. Now, it's quite a long reload. In fact, it's a very long reload. But then it's a very big gun as well. Fires the next one in. No, doesn't get anything off that one either. Now, we'll time his reload on the next one. Ah, I did take some damage there. Unfortunately, there's no mod, so I can't tell you the exact reload time. Okay, it was 11 seconds. So we'll say 11. Ricocheted off the E5's shell armor. It's that shell shape. It's very good at deflecting shots. This time he should get him. Yeah, did. 455 low roll. And he tracked him. But I think he fixed the track, and now Arty's helping. And we've got a 257 to deal with. One through the lower plate. No, actually he got the upper plate and it ricocheted off. So that one was a blocked shot, and our shot was blocked as well. The E5's now moving again. And he gets that one through the front plate. 479. So he's going to have to handle two tanks at once, but he does have the Arty behind him to help give him a helping hand. He's also got a Progetto's come back now, and that's the Progetto 46. Let's see what he can do. Didn't penetrate, but I think it tracked him. The Progetto's decided to go balls deep, and unfortunately it's not going to work out very well for him. Not a good move. And that one ricocheted off. The Progetto survived for longer than I thought he would, but he was taken out by the E5. Okay, we've got nobody else behind us, and one of the RT has relocated. The 212A is headed north. The Lurver's coming back. That might be a hand. No, he's trying to get a decent shot on them. There's the E5. I think the 257 is having difficulty trying to hide behind that rock. And he takes a big round there for 469. His shot into the mouse was blocked, but he's now in a position where he can actually hit a weak spot. And so now we're going to start taking rounds. And the E5 actually fired HE at us, but we've taken out the 257 now. It's turning all the way around, but the E5 at this range is very vulnerable, and he's trying to block our gun from shooting, but of course we're bringing the gun round to shoot at his cupola, and one in. We're holding him in position actually here. We're pushing him against the rock to stop him having a go, and Well, he's been wiped out by the T10. T10 came back. And a Type 4 Heavy has been seen further down the ice road. And also we've got the help of a T54 Lightweight now as well. Somebody who's recognised that we were in danger of losing the cap from the guys on the ice road. But we're also in danger of losing it from the other side now, because all the tanks that went in the other direction have either been wiped out or they've returned to help our team. So we're going to leave the T10 Heavy to deal with the other Tier 9 Type 4. And in the meantime, we're going to take up a position where we can block the enemy coming in from the north. And of course, according to the minimap, we can see that's an Object 263, a 110, a Regular Resay, and possibly even an ISU 152 and Scorpion. But I think we've got enough defenders now to make sure that if the enemy does come back, they're going to get a very warm reception. The 212A has also returned. And our GW has actually decided to move further down the ice road for protection as well. Oh, now that did not end well for the Striv. He got seen by the Regular Resay, who came up from the bowl. And also we've lost the Wizzy 1201 GFT. That's very bad. So we're 2 down on the enemy now. pipjivko's only got the 1 kill so far, that Object 257. And the good news is the T10's come back after dealing with that Type 4 Heavy. So we've got some company. And the Regular Resay's turned up. And well, that tank is not going to fare so well against a mouse. And the 110 just literally dies with 1 shot. Enemy RT fired at us and the round landed directly behind us. We did lose 329 from the splash and got stunned. Remember, this replay's from the 1.1 I think it is, 1.01. And so it's from quite some time ago, I think at least 2 years ago, this replay. So obviously Arty back then did have some strength. This is after stun was introduced on 9.18, but they hadn't nerfed us anyway since, so we have nerfed us a bit since, as many people are well aware. Panther 2 took a big hit, so he's on 1 shot. Oh, didn't get that one in. He's firing APCR at the moment. I think it's because he's frustrated and he wants to make sure every one of his shot counts. And the T10 finishes off the Panther 2. He was a 1 shot and he's just been stunned by Arty again. Now he's got a 263 who is a 1 shot. But the ISU 152, oh, he's also a 1 shot technically. Oh, but we just lost the lurver up on top of the hill. And the 263's round was blocked. Can you get a shot into that plate? Gonna go for the ISU, gets him in 1 shot. Okay, wait that 11 seconds. And then finish off the 263. Oh, who've just finished off our T10. So it's now 3 on our team and 4 on the enemy. But the 263 is about to die. Oh, he didn't die. But we can now force him up this slope here now until we kill him with the next round. Oh, and he fluffed the shot. He should be firing the HE rounds. And he took another round from the 263. Use the HE. You only need an HE round now to finish him off. That's all. And you got the round in with the APCR. The Regular Resay's got behind. This is a bit awkward. We're taking 105mm rounds from the Regular Resay. And there's no way we can get up the slope to actually stop the Regular Resay from getting our ass. But we can certainly force him back. And the Regular Resay's been tracked by Arty, which is very helpful. I don't know if that was their Arty or ours. I think it was theirs. And now he's dead. That was a big mistake, I think, by the enemy Arty to track their own guy. And now it's left 3 against 2. We've got 2 Arty and, of course, the mouse against 2 Arty on the enemy team. GWE100 and the M53, M55. And now we're on the move. Now, he's actually loaded AP, and that was a near miss again from the one of the Artys. Only stunned, and there's the other one. And it looks like our Artys are coming with us. In fact, the GWE100 is going up the ice road. 212 is coming with us. And this will be good because it means that if the enemy does try to go down one of the other routes to get to our cap whilst we're going to theirs, then we're going to spot them. Now, the enemy has no idea where we are now because, of course, there's no visual cues for him to work on. Or for them to work on. Now, he could have gone across the bowl, which would have been the most direct route, but he's actually going to go by the bridge road. There's a good possibility that one of the Arty might actually see him when he gets close on the bridge road, if they're up on the heights. But remember, most Arty have got very short view range. And that's not untrue for the tier 10s as well and the tier 9s. So he's only going to get spotted when they're very, very close. And he's still got 373 hit points, and there's one of them. It's the M53, M55, and he takes him out with one shot. But it means he has been seen, and the GWE100 can now focus on him if he can. If he can't fire, it must be because he's on the move. So the M53, M55 made a big mistake, and there he is. He's actually at the end of the road. One shot goes in for 306, but it's not enough to finish him off. But the GWE100 does finish off pipjivko with 1 round. And that leaves the... Oh, well, he actually got killed by the shot. Or did he? What actually happened to the enemy? Let's run that back because it happened so quickly. We couldn't see exactly what happened. So, sorry about the page there. He fired 1 round in, and he got killed by the 212A a moment later. So it was the 212A who came to the rescue, fired the round in, that won the game. So that was very abrupt ending to the battle. I couldn't see whether or not it was pipjivko or somebody else, or the way that the GWE100 fired his round. But here's the end of battle results. The first class tanker to pipjivko in the mouse. He managed to get a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. In this one, I think he got considerably more. He also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 8, a duelist, and a 5 for effect out of the minor medals. Out of the battle hero medals, he managed to get a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he also picked up a top gun when he killed the M53, M55 for killing at least 6 enemy tanks, and he ended up with 6 exactly. And this battle took place on the 5th of May 2018. So that's what, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. What am I talking? 5 years ago. 2 years ago, because this was recorded on the 3rd of May in 2020. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he's top of the table on damage, 4,641 hit points of damage. Next high scorer was the GWE100, got that last shot in that killed pipjivko. 3,790 hit points of damage to him, and after him it was the Reveillerise with 3,770. The T10 did very well as well with 3,185 hit points of damage, and it was very good that he came back to the cap to help pipjivko out, because if he hadn't, it probably would have been very difficult for him to take down that E5 and win the game. Although he pinned the E5 against the rock, the help of that T10 coming back really made a difference, because then pipjivko didn't have to deal with the Type 4 Heavy. When it came to kills, again he's got the highest number, 6. The next high scorer was the T10 with 3, and the Object 263 on the enemy team and their Revelry save, both with 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, it's pipjivko again. He's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,231 base experience points pipjivko, 948 for the T10 and 735 for the 212A, but he was just pipped to that by the Revelry with 813. So he was the 3rd place man. The 212A was 4th place in this occasion. 22 shots fired by pipjivko, 21 direct hits and 13 penetrations. Only 1 shot didn't go where intended. 4,641 hit points of damage, all at close range. 16 hits received from the enemy, only 6 of which penetrated, 10 non-penetrations and 6 hits by way of splash damage. Of course, the last one by splash was the one that killed him from the GWE100. 3,610 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 4 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged and 6 killed, and 1,508 hit points of spotting assist in that game. On a premium count, he earned 85,116 credits, and he got compensation because he actually received damage from one of his allies during that game of 1,528 hit point credits. And I think that was because this was back when team damage was possible. I think he was hit by one of the Arty shells splash when he was trying to kill the T57, the Object 257 and the E5. So his total came to 86,645 credits, and because he had plenty of ammunition, he didn't need replenishment, and his total came to 86,645. I'm a bit curious as to why he's not got a repair cost there or consumables, but maybe he sorted those out after the game. I think it might be that might be the answer. It couldn't auto replenish because he didn't have enough credits at the time. Yes, that might be the answer. 1,847 XP times 3 for the first victory, 5,541 experience points altogether. It was a pretty good game, and it was a good job that he did cover the ice raid, because if he hadn't, I think the enemy would have had 2 tier 10 tanks in the cap and killing off both our Arty before they had a chance to do anything. And so yes, he did save the day, and it was quite interesting that battle he was having right at the end with the 263. I think if he'd actually used the HE rounds, he would have killed off the 263, but he might have damaged himself in the process, and that may have been the reason why he didn't want to use the HE rounds on the 263 when the 263 had very few hit points left. I think he was trying to kill him with the a penetration shot rather than a splash shot. So, if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel please, and thank you for watching.